Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Are We Live Now? Pre-show edition,
The pre-show.
where we just get to talk and hang out and interact with an audience. Consult a blind guy, love audio production, Sammy, Technify.
Yeah. Andy,
Everybody's here.
welcome. This is pretty fun. We've got a good crew showing up today for our chat with Dr. Elo today.
Super excited.
How's your Wednesday?
Good. So, update on 2 kittens we own.
The new ones?
Yes, the new ones. Much like toddlers, they are now opening all doors. They're just kind of like pawing it open and then climbing in and then getting really confused on how to get out. So then they'll just kind of hit just like a toddler. You know how you leave toddlers?
Do toddlers do that?
They'll open closets and they'll open doors and get in. So anyways, it sounds like a house full of ghosts right now.
Because you have 5, correct?
5.
That's
2 of them are opening
5,
doors.
yeah.
3 of them hate the other 2.
Just watching the others with disdain because they're cats.
Yeah. But Kat, how's your life? What's going on? How's your Wednesday?
My Wednesday is all right. I had it live and then I went for a little walk just to kind of decompress and get outside and get moving. And I came back and it was very windy and humid, so it was a bit of a disaster, but I managed to put myself back together again in time for this live.
It sounds like we're both having great days. Also, I realized I don't think I muted Dr. Elo's microphone, so there's this laughter in the background. Hey, let's get started.
Let's get started.
Welcome back.
That was awesome.
The best opening in the business. If you're looking for a good opening on a Wednesday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon Pacific, 4 o'clock Eastern, you found it.
And we still haven't muted our guest because he's loving this, and we can tell.
I'm very busy hitting buttons over here. I don't have time to hit mute buttons, although I realize that's probably something I should add. Live streaming's a journey. Segue. That's why we bring you this show called Are We Live Now? Which I think is something you and I both uttered probably the first time hitting the live button. And this is the new live streamer experience. We share what works for us. We talk to others who are live streaming and find out what's going and working for them. So, yeah.
Yeah. All about the good and the not so good as we learn how to do this. And each week, we just show how much more we have to learn. And I kind of love it. It's just real time.
Mm-hmm.
So how was your last week, Paul?
Oh, would you be asking what was good and bad?
Oh, maybe.
We're going to need a graphic then. The good, the bad, and the meh?
What was your good? Kick us off.
I don't know how good it is, but I did follow through and order t-shirts. So I'm going to wear less collared shirts now and wear more t-shirts, which is kind of a good. Which is kind of a good. I have a what happened in your life that was good? Not in life. So you could share in life as well if you want. But you live streaming. What was great?
Living that live life. Good for me. Let's see. Well, something that I did that was new is ran a demo today showing practical tips on how to organize your email inbox so it's not so stressful and overwhelming. And I actually had a lot of fun prepping for that because I created a demo email account and went in and grabbed a bunch of emails, signed up for some, and it was, I don't know, I thought it was fun to prepare for my live. So that was actually, I don't know, that was fun. And I think sometimes when we talk about going live, we forget that part of going live is making sure that you are ready and you've got stuff together. So that was actually pretty fun for me. Yeah.
Have you ever? So here's something, and this actually ties in. This, you know what? Perfect segue. This ties into my bad. Do you ever find out that planning too much makes you disappointed in the live show? Because the more you plan, the more you're expecting this certain result, and then when it doesn't hit the way you hope it was, you're kind of a little disappointed.
Yeah, I think so. Well, and there were a few things that I did after during the live that I thought, oh, I didn't actually I wasn't prepared for this part. So I think I planned a little bit too much on one area and then realized that maybe there were some other things I should have been spending my time working on. But I'm curious what your bad is. What was the thing that did not go as well as you planned?
So I had this whole plan for the Saturday live stream, and I thought it was gonna. I just kind of planned different videos to show and different clips to make, and then the first 30 minutes of my live stream, nothing worked. And I was, while being live, trying to adjust everything. And in my head, it was kind of like, everything's fine. Everything's going to be okay. And it's just fire in my brain. Everything is melting down. It looked like the picture of those clocks that are melting. It looked like that Salvador Dali picture of the clocks where everything's melting down in my brain. But on screen, I'm like, hey, thanks for joining me. This is great. And
So I was there,
mhm.
and you did not look like Salvador Dali melting clocks. So but you were
But
laughing. You
I
were
did have
sharing
that
with us
long
about your
mustache that
troubles.
I kept going like that too.
Yeah.
That classic Salvador Dali
So
mustache.
I don't know. I thought that even though that was all happening in your head, you did a really good job of just laugh at, like, all you can really do when stuff is messing up is to laugh and just roll with it. And you did do that. So
I'm a great
props to you,
liar.
even though you're melting down on the inside.
I'm a great liar. My face not showing the train wreck that was happening inside of me. Um, but so that was challenging because it's so hard to try to fix something and at the same time try to interact with people.
Yeah.
Um, but what came that was really good out of it, and this is actually, if I were to rank the things that were good last week for live streaming, this was it. It didn't go well. I ended it after 2 hours. I went and ate too much and watched TV, and that's how I sulk. And after that, I was like, wait a second. I can go back into YouTube, just clip the part that I really, really had fun. I thought the audience
Mhm.
interaction was fun. I had really fun just grabbing a drink with CK and we like reviewed a cider together or three ciders.
Yeah.
That was a great little clip. And I was like, there's no reason I have to let everything sit out there on live. Let me clip the
Yeah.
best part. I put a new cover photo on it, retitled it, and made that clip rather than just about live streaming and video games. I just said, hey, here's a cider review. And I was glad that I took what I thought was kind of a mess of a stream and just found the good part, isolated that, highlighted it, and pushed it out into the world. So for me, that
Yeah.
was good.
Yeah. So you turned your bad into a good. And I think that's actually a really great example for anyone who's with us and is kind of new in this journey as well. Is that sometimes there's stuff you can salvage or pull out the stuff you really like. You can always trim the YouTube video after it's processed, which I learned the hard way. It's like,
Hmm.
why can't I change this? You need to process first.
Yeah, if you're in
I
Canada, let it
Yeah.
process. If you're in the United States, let it process. Whatever you want to do, and it all works. It all works.
Touche, touche.
Shake.
Tell me in the comments, how do you guys? Is it process or process?
Hmm.
Process.
Process.
Um,
Process. If you throw an A in there, process.
yeah, about.
About.
Um,
What
it's
happened?
funny.
What went a little sideways in your live stream this week?
Yeah, so guess it's happening now. So you know how I have my iPad, I have hooked it up to the computer so that when I look at the camera, I can actually look directly at our stream.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I am looking directly at just a circle that is trying to connect my iPad to my computer. Well played. That was very well timed. So I really like, part of me says, okay, just talk to the weird dot that's just repeating over and over. It's kind of mesmerizing to look at, actually, and it's right where the camera is. But it is distracting, and I really kind of want to reach out and fix it.
Go for it. Do you want me to take you off?
Should I do it? Yeah, maybe take me off screen for a second.
Do you want me to do this?
Thank you.
And now I need to set up so I'm not hiding my head. Let's go to the audience. Let's see what people are saying in the comments about a boot and about process. Well, people like to say the way Kat says, a boot and process. Oh, Dr. Elo, not only a guest today, but also living in the comments. He says both. Well, well, well. Well played, Dr. Elo. Oh, this is so true. Technify, the demo gods are not always kind. Sometimes in your head, you think the demo is going to go perfect, and it doesn't. So I totally understand. Also, Kat, I have your mic. Your mic is still hot, so when it is working, just let me know.
It is working. You didn't see me trying to like flag you with my double thumbs up? I wasn't
Kat,
sure since
What?
I was like, since you're producing the vMix, I didn't know if on your vMix you could see me going, I'm all good now. Yeah.
Nope. Here's the thing. I'm very focused on making hard eye contact with the audience. So was not looking away at all.
All right. Well, we're back. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. I am now looking at the actual stream, and all is good for now. But that was my bad. So what's your meh for the week, Paul?
My meh for the week. Oh, you know what? I tried to set up my Twitch. It didn't work as well as I wanted, so I'm going to try it again this week. So it was a meh, not a big deal. I was able to still stream on YouTube, so yeah, that was kind of the meh. How about you?
Yeah. Well, on that note, this isn't my meh, but last week I admitted I had never gone to Twitch ever. Mm-hmm. I have now watched Twitch because I noticed yesterday that AOC was on Twitch, and I was like, that's so smart of a way to reach a totally different demographic who are not hanging out on Twitter or other places. And I thought that was really cool. And someone today had a little highlights of her playing, and it was really funny to watch a congresswoman playing games on Twitch with a bunch of gamers. So I thought that was actually pretty cool. So I have now watched it.
Wait, she was playing games on. She was playing games on Twitch.
Yeah, she was.
Oh. Was it Animal
There's
Crossing?
a video out there with highlights, so you can check that out.
Oh, I'll go check it out. Because I know Biden and Harris, they have an Animal Crossing island. I heard about that.
Oh, okay. So I had not heard of that. But yeah, gotta meet the people where they are, and if they're on Twitch, other people who are younger than I, well, and my age, whatever. So yeah. My meh for the week was that I was excited for this week's stream because I was doing this demo with the email, and a few people actually, when I shared in advance that oh, Paul, you disappeared. Where did you go?
Oh no. Can you still hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Interesting. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to see what's happening.
Okay. This is some grade A material.
What a great.
That you are.
This is for the season. I'm a ghost.
Boo. While you fix that, I will. So my meh was that I was really excited, and I told people what I was talking about and the ways that I de-stress my inbox. And a few people said, oh, this is great. I really need that. And they were excited about it. And then I was hoping they would show up. And they didn't show up for the live, which is okay. Maybe they'll watch the replay. But it was just a little bit of a, that meh when you think that you maybe have a little traction and then there's no traction. But that's all part of this. So we're I
Well,
see
so
Tarkonify.
funny
Andy says all we need is cat to go black as well.
I'm gonna fix it. I will. I will get to the bottom of this. I will say this right now. My Elgato Cam Link feels very hot, so I wonder
Oh,
if that has anything to do with it.
but it is an Elgato one, so it's a It's not one of those $15 cam links.
Yes, only the quality products break on me. That's important. And make sure it's quality. Oh, you know what?
Vmix dark mode enabled. Yes, this is just to save. You want to keep the screen keep the screen dark.
I'm energy conscious. I want
Yeah.
to make sure I'm protecting the environment.
Yeah.
Every little bit counts. Wait a second.
It's
This
like
might do
watching
it.
covering one of your eyes with a hand. Just like,
Aha!
oh, there you are. You're
Hello.
back. Now, will he stay, folks? Will he stay?
You gotta watch to find out. Well, this is a delight. Should we bring in our guest?
Yeah, we should.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know him, you love him. He has a YouTube channel. You might know him as Sustainable Bites. You might know him as Dr. Elo. Please, a huge round of applause for Dr. Elo.
Oh, hello.
What's going on, Dr. Elo?
Going great. Enjoying life. Here with you
Sitting
guys.
back and watching the train wreck unfold in front of you. Yeah.
Hey. Are we live yet?
We are live. Cameras work. That's great.
You gotta let people know that's part of the show. This is all planned out.
Because it makes everybody feel better about their own personal live streams when things go
That's true.
wrong.
This is intentional.
So
The
it's
Hot
one thing
Mess
to
Express.
educate. It's an entirely different thing to make people feel good. We're doing both.
Wow.
Wow.
We got you, folks.
So Dr. Elo, can you tell us a little bit about your stream, your show? How long have you been going live?
Of course. So I got two channels. One channel, Sustainable Bites, is focused on sustainability. I think the name gave it away a little bit. And it's I started streaming about hey, thank you, Alexa. Sure. I started streaming around September 10th or so like that. At the same time, I started streaming my Dr. Elo channel, which is focused on live streaming. It's focused on gaming. I do gaming as well, and technology. So both of those channels are just basically new. I've been trying to live stream for a while, but I guess after Lita, which is live every day in August, from the last one, the live streaming pros, well, that was the final push I needed. Let's put it that way.
That's great.
Did you do live streaming before that at all, or that was the push that got you into it?
That was the push that got me into it. I've done live streaming before, like on my personal page, nothing serious, just enjoying somewhere. I don't know, just things that are not significant. Just like, hey guys, I'm here. But it's not really live streaming. It's just showing off where you're at or showing off where you're at with your friends or something. But live streaming for real started on September 10th.
Oh, you know the date.
Yeah, I remember that date.
That's
I cried.
awesome.
I cried.
It's good to have an anniversary. Well, congratulations on 41 days of live streaming. That's
Oh my God! Well, who's counting?
Did you do that math just now? Some quick
I
math?
don't want to brag, but I have a calendar on my computer and
Oh.
just did a little bit of math. Question, if I could bring it
Answer.
up. So you mentioned you did it a couple times and then you started doing it consistently September 10th. So what changed? Like what was holding you back, and what was kind of the thing that changed?
I was holding me back. Let's put it that way. And I started. Got recruited as a mod with Live Streaming Pros, and I think helping out and seeing the environment, and I think I started getting a little bit more comfortable with the idea of going live, and basically it just clicked. You know, one of those things you just click and you just go and start doing it. It's like, to hell with it, I'm just gonna go, and I started going, and I actually, it's like got a little rush out of it. It feels good. So I started creating more content, and I just got more comfortable. So I was the person who was holding me back, and I think it was like a mental block that I had, that I said, am I good enough, and are people going to enjoy what I'm going to talk about? And I just went for it. Like the whole ADHD self that I am. I just jumped into it, and hey, whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, I like how simply you put that. I was.
Yeah, it wasn't simple. I put it simple, but it definitely wasn't. It's a lot of time thinking and overthinking. I like planning stuff, and going live is definitely, you can plan for it, but whatever happens it's unplanned. Well, Paul gave a great example right now on using the new feature of dark mode of vMix.
Sammy has a question. Did Lita help you with that?
Definitely. This is the second Lita that I've done. The first time I did was in April, and I was all pumped, and I'm gonna do it, and something happened, and I kept on procrastinating. And this second Lita gave me a big push, and it got me confident. For some reason, out of nowhere, because I don't know where that I got it from, I just got confident. I said, you know what? What am I waiting for? There's a lot of people who are doing YouTube videos that suck. So I can be one of them. That suck too. I've seen some videos like
shoot high, shoot as high.
Yeah, so you just might as well.
I did not see that answer coming. That was awesome.
I want to suck too.
Do you think it's like the with Lita, since you mentioned Lita, there were so many people in it. Do you think it was just the volume of support and people caring about you that kind of propelled you into doing it?
That actually has to do a lot with it. Especially I was being a mod, and I was a mod in Lita as well, so I was providing a lot of that feedback, and I think I was overloaded with love, let's put it that way, because people were very nice, and I was being nice to people, and was encouraging people to go live, and like, the hell am I doing if I'm encouraging people and going live and I'm not going live? So if I want to do something, I got to set the example. And I think that's what made me, in between being a mod and being doing my Lita every single day, because in April, I didn't do them all. I stopped like at 27. I had so much stuff going on. I was moving. I had 1,000 things. And I was like, you know what? 27 is good. This time I did them all. And while I was modding as well, and it pushed me a lot, and it helped me realize that if I want to help people go live, I need to go live myself. I need to walk the walk and talk the talk.
Lead by example.
Definitely.
You mentioned like commenting on other people's lives, and I found that out. I found that out personally. Like when I comment on other people's lives, that would inspire me to help create, because just kind of like giving love to other people made me more okay with my own creations and wanting to create. Does that make sense?
It does. When you help, when you comment like that on other people get pumped. At least from my end, it's like, wow, I'm actually doing something right. So even not all, but at least I'm doing something right. And if I like constructive criticism. If I can get some constructive criticism for somebody, I will take the good parts and implement them, definitely.
So follow-up, part 2. Do you, on YouTube, because I realize I don't do this, and I wonder if this would help me, do you go out and watch other people's shows and streams or videos and make comments like we did in Lita? Because I've realized on YouTube, I'm more focused on myself and less contributing to the whole community. I don't know.
I actually still do. I got out of that. Let's put it out of that high of being so positive
Hmm.
that I still go and support other people, and I still like to comment on. I go to Cat's show, to your show. I go to everybody's show, and that I can, obviously, with the time that I can provide. Obviously, I have a family, right? I got a job, so I'll try to do as much as I can, and I definitely put good comments in there because it always helps, and I feel good putting good comments in there as well. So.
That's a great point, Paul. I think I also, because that the Lita experience where it was a challenge, we were all in a group and it was closed and you got to know the same people. And when it's the big, wide, vast world of YouTube, if you don't know someone, even if you think they're doing this great work, you might not necessarily think to just jump on and comment if you aren't doing that already. So I think that's actually a really good reminder, and maybe something, a way to remember is to say every time I put some content out, maybe I want to comment on a couple. So for every video I do, maybe I do a couple of comments. Might be a nice way to get in the habit of supporting other people, because I know when someone leaves a comment on one of my videos, that feels great. So I should do more of it because I don't think I'm doing that as well.
So kind of like, what was it? What movie was it? Godfather, where it's like they put one of ours in the hospital, we put two of theirs in the grave. It's kind of like that, but for live streaming, where it's like, okay, I'm going to do
dark.
one. It's dark. I don't mean it in the dark way.
Great
but
contrast.
For
Great
every
contrast.
live I do, I'm going to do 2 comments on somebody else's. You know what I mean? Just kind of that ratio. It's
put
the
it that way.
ratio, not necessarily the end result that I'm saying is similar.
You put it that way. Without the violence, it's good comparison.
Yeah, without the violence, the comment, great, Paul. Question: What was the biggest mindset adjustment you had to make to start going live every week? Because you've been putting out content consistently, which can be really hard. So, what mindset adjustment did you have to make?
I actually had to think that this is a job, that I'm not just putting content for putting content. This takes time, it takes effort, it takes art, and then I'm actually this is a job. You gotta treat it like a job. So I had to shift that mindset that I'm not just a YouTuber that wants to watch other YouTubers and wow, he did this and that. No, I'm actually working. This is work. So I had to shift my mind into I'm not just playing on YouTube or just watching videos and chilling and I don't know, in the patio just watching YouTube. I'm actually working and treat it like a job. If you treat stuff like a job or put the importance that you need to put on it, I think it will change your mindset. It will change your whole perspective of you know what, yeah, this is some serious business. Even though if you're doing funny videos, doesn't really matter. You're putting in the work. So that was my shift in mindset that I saw that worked. Because before I was like, yeah, I'll put it later. And once you put a schedule, that's it. It's game over. People expect it.
So it sounds like you are putting on that professional hat of saying, I want to be a professional. Professionals show up even on the days they don't feel like it because they made a commitment. Would you say that's accurate?
Yeah, that's accurate, definitely. Even though I'm not going live at 5. But I'm putting out a video at least. I'm putting out a video. I'm putting out something that, people are expecting something. Because if not, people are going to stop watching. So
Sammy would like you to know.
I'm here.
Sammy would love for you to know your video looks so much better than Lita in April. So your set does look amazing, by the way. What?
Who are you talking to, Sammy?
Well, I don't know. You know what? I assumed it was you, Doctor. That's why
I like your set though. I was admiring it when we had that wider shot just now.
Look at that.
It's really good.
Yeah, this is all my wife, and I have to mention that my wife got help from my sister-in-law because she's not just gonna kill me next time she sees me. So they did everything. I didn't do anything. I just let step back and awe. So and I got an A5100 now with a 16 millimeter lens, and I got the Elgato ring light, which David said it was for beauty, but it's not helping.
So you would not recommend the Elgato ring light?
No, I do recommend it.
Oh, you do
The
recommend
thing
it.
is, it will light you. It will not make you beautiful.
It can only do so much, is what you're saying.
False expectations, man. I don't know.
It's not the beauty filter on
No,
the
it's
camera.
not
I have a
beauty.
beauty filter on the camera on my Sony ZV-1.
There you go.
When I want a beauty filter, I just turn my camera off, and then I'm like,
Dark mode on
Damn.
VMix.
damn, it looks so good.
So that was what you were doing.
Uh-huh. hmm
You did look beautiful for just a couple seconds. Stop it.
Stop it. Is your wife available? This sounds like a joke, but I don't mean it as a joke. Is your wife available for like consultations? Like, does she enjoy creating background sets?
She enjoys it. Yeah.
Oh, really?
And my sister-in-law too. So yeah, they're definitely open for consultations.
Because yours, one thing that I really love, if I'm just going to jump back to your full shot here for a second,
Yep.
is the lights. During your live, you have this same color in the lower right hand of your screen as the upper left, which I think is like a beautiful way to connect both sides of the screen.
And I can change it too. So they're you can change the color cycle for them as well, and they can change. You can see the change in them on all of them. So they can change around or leave them a certain
Oh.
a certain color or anything. So, but it works perfectly. I like them white most of the time. Looks cleaner.
hmm
But
And just
yeah,
from a technical question, is it hue lights? Is that what you use?
I use LiftX lights, which is the same thing. It's another brand, which nobody can find them online now because they got famous or something. But it's the same. It's the same thing. It's
Okay.
the same thing.
Got it. Probably a lot cheaper. Hue bulbs are so pricey.
Well, that was $60 a piece. So yeah, they're right there.
Oh, okay.
They're cousins. They're cousins.
We have so many questions.
I got so many answers.
Great. What was your first live like? So I would ask you to go back to like your first one, not like your September 10th one, but the first time you did it, like did you have anxiety? What were you dealing with?
Well, the first time I did it wasn't even a live stream. I was just talking smack on the phone with my friends and stuff. Now, the real live stream that I did, let's put it, first Lita, the first day. Oh man, I was a robot. Like, my name is Efrain Lopez. It felt so awkward. My hands were sweaty. I was looking all over the place, but the lens. It was wild, and it didn't feel good. I'm not gonna lie, it did not feel good. But the second time, because I am a student of punishment, I went through it again, and I loved it. So it's weird at the first time, and it's weird to look at this lens. It's super weird to look at it now. It's a little bit more natural, but if those 60 days that I got from Lita, or 61 or 62 days that I got from Lita, oof, big improvement. But the first day, straight up robotic, not enthusiastic, not being real. I was trying to sound, I think, like a YouTuber. I was trying to be real, but I wasn't. And then when I watched it, I was like, oh my God, what a disaster. And then I started adopting that, you know what, it's me. Just be yourself. Just talk like you talk. And if they don't like it, oh, well, you know, it's you. We can't do anything about changing yourself. So I just went with it, and it worked, I guess.
Can I ask
You
a
tell me
follow-up
if it
to that? I'm curious, when you talked about how you watched your first one, you felt a little bit robotic, and instead you embraced being you. But did you also try to up the energy a little bit, knowing that when you're talking to a camera, it actually robs a little bit of your energy? How did that feel, making that adjustment?
It's horrible. It was really hard. I couldn't do it in the second time or third or fourth or fifth. It was a progression. Was progressing little by little. It was really hard because in reality, how do you project that your energy but don't look fake? Like the first times that I noticed, that I heard Luria say, "Hey, you gotta up your energy to that lens. The lens robs you of your energy." I was like, "Oh wow!" So okay, let's go. I looked so inauthentic that it was weird. It was that was another hurdle I have to go through. So it's all about practice. You practice and practice and practice, and that comes out alone. And the smile thing, I look like a mannequin at first. I'm like, "Hi, it's Efrain Lopez." It's really weird, but you can only overcome it by practicing and practicing and practicing, and embracing that, embracing what you do. Just go, just hit that go live button and just forget about it. And if you're authentic or not, you'll get there. Eventually, you will get there. It's all about practice.
I really loved your live last Wednesday, how you're going through Amazon Prime deals.
Really?
Well, I enjoyed it. Well, what I enjoyed about it was that you were so, I felt like you were just being yourself, kind of like going through, checking the site, talking to people in the comments. Like, it didn't feel like you were performing. It just felt like you were hanging out with everybody else, which I think is a huge skill. Not to perform, that's hard. I can't do that still. But I just enjoy watching other people like you do that, and I'm like, that is such an awesome ability.
Wow, thank you. Because I was unprepared. Not gonna lie, at work, on my day job, I receive a new application, and that means that for 21 days, I'm gonna be stuck in the office reading thousands of pages. And I was drenched. I was tired. I was not in the mindset, and I was like, you know what? I made a commitment to go live, so I'm going live, and it's Amazon Prime. So just let's go with it. And that's exactly how I went with it. Like if it was talking to my friends, just checking stuff on Amazon, which I couldn't find anything. But guess what? I did have fun. So I guess it worked, man. Thank you. I didn't know that. and the metrics don't tell you that. The metrics tells you otherwise, which is weird.
What do you mean, the metrics?
Like I got 3 likes from that one or something like that, but in other videos you get 20, 25. So if you compare the views, maybe it was because I didn't have the time to share it in Facebook or Twitter or anything else. I didn't have the time to advertise it. So probably that's it. But when I saw it, it's like, damn, that sucked. So I guess I didn't suck. Thank you.
Where do you normally? So I have a Kat, unless you had a follow-up question to that, because mine's going to kind of
go
steal
ahead.
it.
Yeah,
Where?
go ahead.
Okay. Dr. Elo, where do you advertise? Because I think that's something, I know I have an issue with it. I suspect, actually, if you're watching right now, if you want to leave a comment in the chat, are you having an issue advertising, sharing, or knowing where to share when you're going live? Like, how do you reach people? I think that would be such a helpful thing, because you mentioned sharing, and I think it'd be interesting to know, almost like compile a list. What we should do is compile a list of how people share and how they find success doing it.
I have good friends who like to share and I like to help whenever I share something. It's about me. So I go to Facebook and I have my business page. I share it in my. I'm the co-founder of a sustainability association of Puerto Rico as well. So they encourage me to put it there, and they share my stuff as well. If it's obviously related to sustainability, I share it with my friends, family on Facebook, other groups in Facebook. I share in Twitter. I share it on Instagram. I share it in LinkedIn, which I have thousands of people in the community as well. So every single social media platform that I have, I share it. Probably once I do that, the video, I go to YouTube, I hit share, and from there I already have a canned writing that I put in there. Please join me live this day, this time, and there's the link. And when I go live, I have a button in the Stream Deck as well for Twitter that I go and hit that button and it tells everybody that I'm live. Plus, I share during those 10 minutes of the music, dancing, and the 10-minute times or the pre-show for you guys. I share that information as well that I am live. So it's like I send that first, and then I give them a reminder that I'm live, and it's been working out. It's been working out pretty cool.
Interesting. So you're saying, while I'm complaining about my cats during the countdown, you are using that time to get a bigger audience.
Definitely. That's the prep time and time for sharing that you're live. That's
damn.
And I saw that in the Stream Deck commercial. It's funny as hell. You press that button, I'm live, I'm gamer, blah blah blah. So I actually looked for it and it worked out.
Well, there's so a couple things. Sammy, he advertises. So
yeah, he does.
He advertises.
That's one thing I learned from him. I'm not gonna lie. He advertises like you don't imagine. Yeah, not on stream. But
okay.
I didn't advertise at first. He does it, and he's gonna tell you I stole it from him, which is fine.
Eileen, I share mostly on Twitter and Facebook.
Hey, Eileen.
Love audio. I create a 30-second promo and share to LinkedIn, Facebook, IG, Twitter, and my personal Facebook page, directing people to my YouTube channel and give them the topic of that week's stream.
Yep. Oh. And the visual is important. I share the how do you call it, the visual with the, I can't remember the name of it for some reason.
Thumbnail.
The thumbnail. Thank you. I couldn't find that word in my brain. So the thumbnail. I share the thumbnail.
Think of it either.
Yeah. So I share the thumbnail that YouTube provides to you when you hit share, and that includes the link, so you can just click on it and go straight there. So it helps out.
So these are things that I think that Paul and I are both not doing.
Yeah, this is great. Dr. Elo, I hope, this is great for us. It's like,
and I'm sharing your stuff. When I see it, I share it. So I like sharing people's stuff as well. So I did share this one before, and then I shared it today when we're almost live. Just I didn't want to mess with everything, just in case.
Before you get arrested,
I know they're
coming for you. In the
Can you wait? Can you wait? I'm gonna mute myself.
Cindy Lopez says, "You are truly inspiration. Keep the good content and the great advice." That's awesome.
Did you notice her last name is Lopez?
I did.
Oh, it's my sister. Hey, thank you. Love you.
Hey, you know what? I didn't want to assume all Lopez's are related. I thought maybe.
Come on. You know better than that.
I don't know.
You know J-Lo's my cousin. That's why my name is Halo.
Have you found one channel gets you better traction than the others, or do you push it out to all of them because you find good results from all of them?
I find good results from all of them. There's always somebody looking, somebody that shares it, somebody that likes it. So I've found that all of them are great. Like all of them together is great. It's you unify all of them into one, and that's how you get more response. And Facebook is always better, but at the same time, you don't know what you get from Twitter or from Instagram. And Instagram is amazing. And I didn't use TikTok because I really don't want to dance in front of the camera, so that's why I don't do it. I can't do the dances and stuff.
Yeah, that keeps us. We don't have a TikTok either.
Yeah, I'm good.
No.
I'm good.
Speaking of dancing, awkward moment on a live stream. What's an awkward moment you've had?
I'm full of awkward moments, and I love them. I embrace them.
So I guess you're saying just go watch your live streams, and
Yeah.
those will be the awkward moments.
You want an awkward moment right now? Give me just
It's
one
the
second.
spelling. I
No,
was going to say what's awkward is the spelling of awkward.
I'm gonna give you an awkward moment.
Is it
right
wrong? Did I still?
Yeah. Oh,
now. How about an awkward moment? Is this? There you go. Awkward moment live.
Well, now Disney's going to demonetize us.
Actually, I've had a lot of awkward moments when I forget stuff. When I just keep on going, and I actually asked the public, "Hey, can you help me out?" I don't. I've lost my. Let's put it that way. I'm not afraid of being wrong. I've never been afraid of being wrong. I'll just go with the flow, and it sure is embarrassing. But what can you do? You know, it is what it is. You lost right now. You did it great because you lost your visual. Just go with it. Just there's nothing wrong with being wrong. It's just embrace it and keep on moving forward.
I like that.
You wasn't expecting that one, right? Sorry.
I was not. So you really don't. I hate being wrong. Like I'm very terrified of being wrong. You're not worried about being wrong?
It's part of life. If
It's a hell
I
of a
wasn't
skill.
wrong,
Not
so
everybody
many
has
times,
it.
yeah, but if I wasn't wrong so many times, I wouldn't be the individual that I am today. So thanks to those wrong things that I've done and being those ugly and awkward moments, this is who I am. So I learned that the hard way. So during my doctoral degree, I was wrong so many times, and I had to adjust and keep on moving forward until I got what I wanted. So I think that makes me a better human being. Being wrong is not bad. It's just it's a learning experience.
Before all those failures, were you still not worried about failing, or do you think it's like a numbers game that you got to like experience so much failure to be okay with failure?
It is a numbers game. You get to the point that when you've failed so many times and you've done so many things like the wrong way, you just like embrace it. So like right now, I can go on the road and I can get a flat. I mean, I'm not getting mad because I got so many flats. It's like, all right, AAA. I'll just change it. I'll just change it myself. It's a numbers game. You get accustomed to it. It's like life is always gonna throw you curveballs, and you just gotta know how to handle it. It's part of it. Can't do anything about it, right?
I feel like even with live streaming, for example, anytime we share something that went wrong or a tech problem, we learn probably more from those than we do from the things that go well.
Absolutely. Yeah, for me, it's the more you're wrong, the more you grow. And if you're wrong most of the time, like I was most of the time, you learn from it. And I'm used to get hit by the punches. I just take them better. Let's put it that way. I know when it's coming from. So all right, hit here. Ouch. All right, thanks.
That's so great. That's really helpful. That's very inspirational. I like that.
Thank you.
Also, I should mention the Cindy none of us know wants us to know that we're awesome. First time here. It's been fun and encouraging. You got this.
Awesome.
And none of us know her, which makes it an incredible compliment.
There you go. That's my sister.
That's awesome. Thanks, Cindy. Thanks for coming by. Oh, I would love. What's a video that has helped you prepare?
For me,
Yeah.
the videos on Live Streaming Pros, which I've watched probably Luria since she was Callie Lewis, all those video texts, but her strategy videos in conjunction with the technology videos that David gives us for vMix, which I was really bad at. Now I'm learning. You gave me a perfect video for my bleed button and everything. So it's not only one; it's a combination of videos of of how to be on camera and how to work with the tech, because the tech is sometimes the thing that gets you all messed up. And for me, the tech was really hard, even though I'm a technical person. So it's different kind of tech. But for strategy, definitely Live Streaming Pros. I've been a big fan. I'm happy to working with them now as a mod, and I've pretty much their videos are very inspiring for me.
That's cool.
We do love them here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've helped us a lot.
And those Lita videos are sometimes more inspirational than anything else, because they promote digging inside yourself and getting that information out, and it's helped me a lot.
Yeah, for anyone who's watching this, whether live or on the replay, who is not familiar or hasn't done it, mark your calendar for April. And I think Andy already told us how many days away that is, but in April will be the next Live Every Day in April challenge. And even if you're not planning to go and do a lot of live streaming, it just builds you up in so many other ways. So highly recommend.
Mm-hmm.
It is therapy. I'm not gonna lie.
It is. That is a great way to say it. It is therapy. So you've been going live for a while now. Like, what's the greatest lesson if you could like share something with somebody who's interested in going live, thinking about it, or maybe even has done it for a while and thinking maybe this isn't for me? What would you like? What would be something you would tell them?
Be consistent.
Okay.
That's what makes you learn from your mistakes and keep on going forward. And if you show up every time you're going live, you said you're gonna show up every Wednesday at 5. You show every Wednesday at 5. You'll build a consistency, and you'll build a muscle memory for your brain. And for me, that's really important. For me, being there, that presence of doing whatever I said I was going to do, it's an accomplishment. So for me, just go and do what you need to do. Forget about the rest. Stop making excuses. Stop putting stuff at the same time that you're supposed to go live. Prioritize your time and make it happen. And if you think you can't do that live at a certain time, just change it for a time that you can accommodate, but definitely establish a schedule and try to follow that schedule as much as you can. But for me, that's vital. If you don't schedule yourself, nobody will do it for you.
That's great advice.
So planning.
And if people want to consistently follow you, where can they find you? Like, where can they go? I mean, they can also go to the comments down there. We're going to post.
You can go to the comments. I'm on YouTube under Dr. Elo, DR and the little dot and Elo, just like it's written right here. And Sustainable Bites, that's my channel, concentrating and providing sustainable solutions to small businesses, medium enterprises, and just regular people. So both of those channels.
Also, I should mention, I think there is another Dr. Elo out there if you search for Dr. Elo. So look for the one that looks like the one on screen right now.
This one.
Not
or a Wookiee. Just,
And,
yeah.
Oh, God.
So this has been awesome. Dr. Elo, thanks for jumping on, talking to us, sharing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm happy, man. I appreciate it. You guys inviting me over. I'm a fan of the show as well. I love watching you guys and discuss and pushing people like Ron, man. That was very inspiring, because I saw Ron afterwards and the way he went live, I was like, man, you were prepared so long ago. So it's amazing to see that you're helping other people out. That's inspiring.
Thank you. And if you are watching this and you want to go live, but you haven't, reach out to us. We can give you a gentle, or maybe not so gentle, shove in the right direction.
Cat will be gentle. Paul, I can't say.
Everybody, thanks again. Huge round of applause for Dr. Elo. He is the best. That was great.
That stuff about failing and making mistakes and just accepting it like it's just part of the deal. I love that. That is brilliant. And I think a lot of people, including myself, and I'm guessing by your reaction, you as well, this is the type of advice we can really take to heart and say, you know what? Yeah, all of us do this. It's part of the process. So that was brilliant.
I don't like failing. I don't even like the idea of failing. So I love the idea. He's like, just get out there. The more you fail, the more you're okay with it. It's the worst and best numbers game ever.
Well, so, that reminds me of, I had heard a thing around 100 no's. And it's usually for people in sales. But the idea is actually, instead of going after yeses, you go after no's and you try to get to 100 no's as quickly as possible. Because the faster you do it, the sooner you actually, because you'll start to get results. You're not always going to get no if you're a salesperson who's reaching out. But it flips the script a little to say, yes, of course, I'm going to have people who aren't going to go after what I'm doing. But if I keep on doing it, throughout that process, I'm probably going to get a few yeses. So I think it's a similar thing around the more mistakes we make. It's almost like going after 100 tech fails. They're going to happen. So the sooner we can just check them off and say, oh, that's done, and you're bound to succeed in between.
Yeah. It's such an interesting hurdle because there's so much great stuff on the other side if you can just get past the hurdle of no. I don't know. That's great. That's great advice. Dr. Elo is fantastic.
And I have been notified in the comments that I said process again. Like the proud Canadian I am.
Process.
We
should have called this show Process. Or not. That would have just read... It would have just looked like
That'd be weird. That'd be a little weird, Paul.
It would be weird. Not all my ideas are good. You know what? That was a failure. That was 1 out of 100 today, and that's my goal. 100 failures.
Yeah.
Just did it. 1.
Boom.
Boom.
So what are you working on for the next week? Is there anything you're focused on?
Real talk. I am 100% going to work on failure. I was really... I don't know if moved was the right word but I was very inspired. I thought the idea of just embracing failure and not freaking out, and I like your idea of 100 failures. I might literally keep a tally of all my failures. That actually would be a really cool goal. And I don't want to brag, but I have Google Keep, so I can keep
Can I do something impromptu right now? Are you
down for I hate improv, but I guess... I suppose. How do we do it? We just make stuff up on the spot? Let's go.
Okay. No, I'm going to show you something that you might be able to do at home. Okay. Is everyone ready? I need to go and grab something right here.
Okay.
It will be a few seconds.
Okay.
Here I go.
So everybody, finally, just a chance for you and me to hang out. The
I'm
process
back.
People. She might be flailing at the screen right now. I don't know because I'm looking at the camera. I hope you're having a great day. It's Wednesday. You all know that. Why am I repeating myself? She's probably... Oh, she's back. There we go.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, then I'll shut up.
Yeah. I literally just had to walk over to that little bookcase here. But one of the things you could do, so folks at home, if you are tracking something, whether that's a daily habit or something that you want to do more of, there is a trick that's using visual tracking. But I'm thinking, Paul, you could do this for, I'm actually thinking of doing this for reaching out to people about the workshops that I run and track how many times I get a no, because that means I'm on the right track. But let's see. See this? This is a...
Oh.
So these are just those like little glass marbles that you get. Well, now I'm totally blurry. So this is what you get when, those little rocks. I got them at the dollar store. So they were only $1. I bought 3 bags of them. So you've got one and an empty one. Mm-hmm. And every time you get a no, transfer a rock into the empty one. And you can actually track those mistakes. How about that little nugget?
See, I could spend $3, or I could just ask CK to keep track of it because she seems to be doing a great job of keeping track of my failures. That's a great idea. I've heard salespeople do that. That
You
when
can
they
do
make
it
a
with
call, they'll move
paper clips.
paper clips.
So any object in your house where you can just transfer from one to the other, it's just visually you can actually see the progress. You guys say progress, don't you? Is that right?
Honestly, every time you say process, I love it. I'm like, I should say that's a great way of saying process. So I think it's fantastic.
I didn't think I said it that much. But I like CK's idea of having a segment called Paul Fails.
It would take the whole hour. We would have no other time, no other show.
We could just move the marbles each week.
Moving marbles. Oh, it'll be a little picture of me like Atlas pushing. Wait, who pushed the rock up the mountain hill?
Sisyphus?
Sisyphus. It'd be like me pushing a marble up a hill. I'm like Sisyphus.
But marbles are so small.
Which shows. Okay. It's a big marble. I think marbles.
Really big marble.
Is there a universal marble size? I think you can have marbles of any size. I think the key is it's glass. That's the only thing that makes a marble a marble.
This is making my eyes water from laughing.
Talking about marbles is making your eyes water?
Laughing at you pushing a marble up a hill is making my eyes water. I'm just crying laughing right now from this, which means that I have a very high risk of mascara running any moment now.
What a horrible... So that would actually be more challenging for Sisyphus. To push a marble up a hill for that ego punch in the face. For everybody to walk by and look, oh, there's Sisyphus struggling with a marble. What a loser. That hurts his ego, and he has to keep pushing it. Physically daunting and emotionally challenging. I don't know. I should write Greek history. Or what is it? Is it Greek history? What is it?
I don't know. All I know is it's Sisyphus. I think it's Sisyphus, right?
I think it's Sisyphus.
Let me know in the comments. I believe it's Sisyphus.
I think so, because when I heard it, I was like, that sounds like syphilis. And I feel like the first time I heard of it, that was what I thought of too. I'm like, this guy sounds like syphilis. Well,
this is some quality content for all of you right now.
Kat, what are you working on this week?
Okay. So I think that I need to work on...
it's Greek mythology. Sorry.
Okay. Great. Thank you. Man, all I can see is like my tears on my face. Okay. I need to work on promoting my live streams in a different way. I think that I limit myself big time and maybe, say something here. Maybe the next week I say something here, and I think I'm afraid to just put it out there. Partly, if I'm being honest, is that I think it's that I don't want to inundate people because I have a couple of different projects. So what I could do, though, is segment my audiences and maybe tell people who are more interested potentially in, say, this show versus the people who might be more interested in what I do with my Happy Insides. But then I also have the Ditching Diets and Die, although I don't go live on that anymore. But I feel sometimes like I'm overwhelming, but maybe I can just start to parse out where to push those. Happy to take advice from anyone who is watching this if there's stuff that you think I can do. But I need to work on that because I'm not doing a great job.
Well, two things. One, it's a great point. If you do have thoughts or comments or advice, please leave it in the chat. Like, we would love to listen to your ideas. And two, promotion. What a great thing to work on this week. I should have let you go first, so I could have been like, yeah, me too. I totally need to work on promotion. That's such a great idea.
Failing is a great goal.
Well, honestly, it kind of combines.
The way we were talking about it.
I've kind of failed recently on promotion, so I could kind of combine all those. Yeah. Failing is wonderfully broad. I can fail.
It really
at
is.
so many things, and I will. And find out next week on all the things I failed on.
When we do so are we going to call it Paul Fails or Moving Marbles or is this something? We'll figure it out.
We got a lot of failing. Oh, look at that. CK says failing is a great goal. That is. Put that on a shirt. Get
Let's do it.
cat quotes at teespring.com/ Are We Live Now?
That is not real, folks, just in case you were wondering. Although somebody did say in Paul's stream, there was like a, hey, I would buy an Are We Live Now shirt. And so let us know. I mean, I'm intrigued. We had at least one, maybe two people say they would consider a shirt. So should we consider an Are We Live Now shirt?
That's true. Also, I think people like the idea of us being like a couple baby Yodas. So if somebody out there is an artist and wants to draw us in that little pod that carries the baby Yoda, yeah, maybe that'd be great too. We'll use that as a graphic sometime. What's the graphic in front of a show? Title card?
I think so.
Is that what I'm thinking of? Okay.
Yeah, title card, intro.
Blind guy, console the blind guy says merch. Love it. Thank you, console the blind guy.
I'm just picturing like
some
merch. Oh, and Sika says working on your baby Yoda image. Does that mean is that in process? Sorry.
Should we call it there? Oh, we're a little over time. Thank you for staying with us. I know it's a little over an hour. But it's been a delight. Thanks for everybody. Thanks for watching and hanging out and all the great comments and thoughts. And Dr. Elo, huge thank you to Dr. Elo for joining us today.
Wonderful.
Again, if you want to follow his channel, we will put the link below. Also, Dr. Elo, since you're in the chat right now, if you want to drop your link there, definitely do that. We would love for you to get some more follows out of this as well. Mm-hmm. So cool. Kat, anything else?
No, I think that's everything. This has been a very fun show, tears and all. Just great.
We'll see you next Wednesday, 1 p.m. Pacific and 4 p.m. Eastern, and other times in other time zones. Bye.
Yep.